Hi there, this is Megan Van Petten, and I'm your host of Esports Connected Live, coming to you from on the road. Sit back and let me take the wheel and get you in touch with esports leading minds, bringing you the gold with lively interviews and insights that get you thinking. Come on, let's get connected. I'm Megan Van Petten, your host of Esports Connected, and we're live in South Bend, Indiana at Power. Today, my guest host is Brandon Brunhammer, brought to us by AVI-SPL, and we're so excited. iPlayGames has been a wonderful sponsor and partner for the Esports Trade Association, and we have here Kelvin, who's with us today to just share a little bit about what they're doing here. Hi, Kelvin. Welcome.
Hey, it's good to have you.
So, we were just talking a little bit, and we're going to get into some pretty good detail about what you guys actually do and what you provide from not only just an educational perspective, but from a tournament perspective, from a full-on gaming turnkey solution capabilities. So why don't you go ahead and just kind of tell us a little bit about what you guys do and how you interact with customers and clients.
Oh, his mic's a little short. I'm Kelvin Hill. I'm one half of the founding team behind iPlayGames, the other half being Kevin Fair, who most people know as the face of iPlayGames. And what we do is we're, like you said, we're a turnkey solution to gaming, activation, rentals, tournaments, esports, and education. And so we do a little bit of all of those things. The last event that we did last week was Chicago Comic Con, or Chicago Comic Electronic Expo at C2E2 for short. So we do events as big as that, and we've also done events with the Chicago Park District to help, bring games to the inner city youth and bring games to kids. So we do a little bit of everything.
Very cool. So from the technology perspective and what you guys are using, from everything from consoles to PCs to TVs to, do you guys do direct view LED? Do you guys do any kind of audio applications? So kind of like, what does a typical system look like for you guys?
We do some audio applications, but we mainly just do the analog portion of bringing TVs, consoles, PCs, and gaming systems, and then staffing tournaments and setups in that way. And there are a couple of extra things that we do, but those are usually on a one-off basis, or usually when a client asks us for a special request. Which we love getting special requests because that allows us to expand our horizons in that regard. But we're jacks of all trades, so if you ask for it, we'll probably bring it.
That's cool. So one of the bigger things that I would ask is, like, as game facilitators and tournament facilitators, being able to deliver all of the volunteers and employees to be able to support what that looks like. Do you need to have a large space, a small space? What does the footprint look like from a perspective of an end user for you guys?
I'm not really sure.
Typical venue sizes.
Typical venue size doesn't really matter to us. We've worked with everything as small as a single room to a huge, large ballroom. Like last year we were downstairs, earlier this year for a convention that we did here, we were downstairs in one small room. But we also brought
I couldn't believe it.
But yeah, we could definitely bring 100 systems if you need them.
That's what he said. I was like, well, how many games do you have? And he said, how many do you want? And I thought, whoa, these guys, where do you store all this stuff?
We have a magical warehouse, actually. It's in the middle of Chicago. You have to really believe in order to find it. Actually, it's like the.
Where their stuff is. And I've been asking for a while because when I've seen your events, and I've seen them obviously at our event, Esports Next in Chicago, they had the whole floor, the second floor, and then I know you guys have done like the Skokie Park District, the Bears Stadium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've worked with the Chicago Wolves as well.
Very cool. So when you're looking at clients and they come to you and say this is what they want, do you guys give them, if they have no clue what they want, but they say, hey, we want to do a Smash tournament, or we want to do League of Legends, or we want to do some XYZ, how does that conversation look, and how do you guys interact with clients from that perspective?
That is a great question, and I have an answer for it as well, because actually, I will, and that's exactly what happened. I said, Kevin, what should we do? And he came up with everything we should do. And at the end of the show, I said, so Kevin, what are we going to do next year? And he said, everything will be different.
That's cool, because then you don't have, you're not replicating the same thing. And I think that's what's so fascinating about esports from a perspective of the technology and how it's constantly changing and being able to just develop with it. Awesome to be able to have you guys provide what you guys do, and everything that you guys can provide is an awesome option. I think that's great.
Yeah, the world of esports it's oncoming and it's ever growing, and there's not a lot of people like us who can just be your one-stop shop turnkey for all of your answers. And just like what she said, we work with our customers at every single step from inception to finish to planning for next year, because we don't want to just do one show with you. We want to do all of your shows, and we want to make sure that all of your shows represent your brand the best way that they can.
Kelvin, I'll say, when I arrived at my event, I'm always the first person. And I call it my event because I think it's mine. But anyways, when I arrived at our event, I'm usually the first person there. Kevin was the first person there from I Play Games. And when I left, I'm usually the last person there. And Kevin was the last person there. And he wasn't standing around. He was one of those people, my mom used to say to me when I was growing up, she used to say, don't just look at me, do something. She really did. And and I'm a doer, man. And, he was chill. We even changed direction of some of the games we were playing mid-show, because when he showed up in the first day, I changed rooms on him. And he never skipped a beat. He was like, okay, cool. Everything was okay, no problem. It was a journey. It was an experience. I would never, I would work with anybody. But Kevin will always be part, and I Play Games will always be part of any program I do in esports, that's for sure.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to sit down and speak with you, just kind of get that education of what that looks like from you guys. Great to have you guys as a partner with Esports Trade Association. It's a blast. But yeah, no, just appreciate everything that you guys do.
And I want to thank you guys for having me here. And I want to thank AVI-SPL for having me around. And I just want to spread the word. I Play Games is a great organization. Not only do we, bring underrepresented communities into esports with our programs with the Park District, but we've also done charity events and giveaways. So we definitely, Kevin and I really feel like it's important for us to give back to the community that we came from, because we really wish that we had I Play Games when we were kids, because we would have loved to have gotten our feet wet and interned, in a place like this and been able to work, and have that direct pipeline into the esports world. And we want to serve that esports pipeline to kids.
And you do. You guys are everywhere. I would love to hear, before you go, a little bit about your journey and how you and Kevin created and why you created I Play Games. You've been around a long time, so what's your parting words for somebody that wants to be you when they grow up, if you will?
Well, the long and short of it is to love what you do and have a passion for it, because both Kevin and I have a really strong passion for games. And really what we do when we're not working at events is we hang out at Kevin's house and we play video games together. So really, Kevin and I both met because of our mutual love of video games. I'm a former esports player myself. Kevin met me after I had actually won a tournament. He pulled me aside and he was like, hey man, I have this great idea. And, we worked on a bunch of different iterations of it. And then little did we know, a year after that, we would be hosting tournaments in bars and traveling across the United States and bringing games to people who, had no idea that this could be a solution to their problems before. Because before we started, what people were really doing was they were gathering up all of their friends and be like, hey, you bring your PlayStation, you bring your PlayStation, you bring your PlayStation. And, there's no liability for that. There's no way to replace stuff when it goes wrong. And we created the service to fix that. So start with a problem and then solve it. And that's really the beginning and the end result of it all.
That's awesome.
Really, thank you.
Well, thank you very much for being on, and can't wait to talk to you a little bit more about some different opportunities and things that we can all work on together. So, thank you.